Welcome to the Mailvalet training videos. This video covers adding new email accounts as well as changing or deleting them. Mailvalet can monitor any reasonable number of email accounts simultaneously, and it continually displays a selection list of accounts, folders, and emails on the left side of the main window, as you see in the example here. When a new email account is added, a new group is also added to this selection list with a set of default folders that are automatically created for every account. When accounts are deleted, their corresponding group in the selection list is also removed. When accounts are changed by renaming them or adding, deleting, or changing their folders, these changes are also reflected in their corresponding group in the selection list. Notice in the example shown here that two pre-existing accounts are already present in the app, which were provided as part of the installation for demonstration purposes. There are two separate groups in the selection list on the left of the main window, one for each account. Each group shows the account name at the top of the group, which are example delete me after review and example 2 delete me after review. First, we will look at deleting existing email accounts by removing these two pre-existing accounts. Let's delete the account on the top first, which is example delete me after review. To do this, we will click on Setup, as you see in the example, and then select Update Email Accounts. This will bring up a pop-up which allows you to either add a new account, as you can see in the top section here, or to change or delete an existing account. And then there are a list of the existing accounts which are already defined in the application. In this case, we want to delete an account. So we will select example delete me after review and press the delete button. Because this is a change that cannot be backed out, there is a warning that we will permanently delete the selected account, and also all emails and folders that are contained within it as well. And it just wants to make sure that you want to remove all the emails and folders that are contained in the account as well. So you can either click on OK to proceed with the delete or cancel to back out. In this case, we'll go ahead and click on OK. And the next thing that will happen is that another pop-up that shows many of the details of that account that was just deleted appears one final time, and then a confirmation that the delete has been completed successfully shows up. We'll then just click on OK, and that last pop-up will disappear. Notice now, if we look at the selection list, that example delete me after review is gone, and all that is left is example 2 delete me after review. So to delete this last account, we will again click on Setup, click on Update Email Accounts, select example 2 delete me after review, and press the delete button again. We'll get the same warning, and so we'll press OK. We'll get the same display of the account that was just deleted with the confirmation, and tap on OK to clear it. Now that that is completed, notice that we still have an account present in the selection list that's called Default Account. It has an automatic set of folders which are present in any account that's in the Mailvalet app, including an inbox, an inbox folder, a sent folder, a drafts folder, and a trash folder. Every account will have at least those 4 folders. There always has to be at least one account present in Mailvalet, and so if you delete all accounts that are currently present, it will automatically generate a new default account to ensure that there is at least one account there at all times. We will demonstrate now how to change an account by updating the default account into an actual working account. So let's tap on Setup again, Update Email Accounts again, and this time we want to select the default account, as you see here, and click on the Change button. This will bring up a larger pop-up which has all of the account information. We would like to rename the default account to, as an example, we will make it Comcast as one typical provider. We will look at the other settings and turn those on properly. Look at the check for new emails switch, which we will now turn on. If that is left off, then that account will not be automatically checked to see if there are new emails available to be downloaded into the app. So it's possible to define accounts in the app and leave them turned off for the time being, or turn them on and off, depending on when you want them to be checked. And that's the purpose of that switch. Next is protocol type, and the MailValet app will support either POP3 or IMAP email account types. Comcast is POP3, so we will leave that set to POP3. The account can also be set to be active or inactive by turning this switch on and off. We'll leave that as active. There also is a feature for each account. Each account has a trash folder, and emails can be routed there by routing rules or can be moved there. And any emails that are put in the trash folder, it is possible to have them deleted automatically after they reach a certain age. And this setting right here with a slider switch allows you to set a default number of days of age for the emails in that folder before they will automatically be deleted. I'll leave that at 10 for now. Next we have the email address, and also for IMAP accounts, the IMAP folder name. If it's a POP3 account, it's just a comment, but we'll go ahead and come into the email address, and just for an example, we can clear that out and just type in your address at comcast.net. We'll tab over to the folder name. This is POP3, so it's just a comment, and I'll just say Comcast again in this case. And then I'm using a hardware keyboard rather than the on-screen keyboard. The application will accommodate both. It's a little bit clearer with the hardware keyboard because we don't have to contend with the pop-up keyboard and the extra scrolling that would be involved. So I'm going to hit the tab key to tab on down to the next field. You can also just tap on that field as well. And we need to set the incoming email server name. And I'm just going to put an example name for purposes of this demonstration, Comcast server.com. And then typically it would be your email account user ID. Excuse me, let's clear that first. Your user ID. And then there will be some password. I'll just put pass for now. And typically there will be a port number change to make. There always will be a port number, but typically we will need to look at the information for a given provider or use a pre-configured account to correctly set the incoming and outbound port numbers. For purposes of the demo, I'll just put 100 in here for right now. Okay, we can scroll this down. Again, for the outbound server, just as an example, I'll put Comcast outserver.com. Probably the same user ID in most cases. Let's clear it before we type. Your user ID again. Give it a password. Set an outbound port number, and again your email provider will provide that for you. And for purposes of the example, we'll make it 222.